shoot, I said that you claim it. Instant Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalker, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man with king? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, no, I didn't drop a video yesterday. Yesterday, we have an incredible program with Playmakers and Iron Lords podcast over at Denzel Washington High School, and we give back to the community in such a fashion that is awe-inspiring. To see these children play videos and get paid for playing. Character is your currency, and making that a pivotal moment with gamers, understanding that you can earn and you can learn, so Playmakers, look out for that in a school near you. Getting paid to play is a beautiful thing. It's for the kids, setting them up, learning how to invest their money, how to earn money, how to be productive, and look forward to going to school. Look forward to learning, because school can be fun if the right incentives are there, as far as education, camaraderie, and team building. Those things are highly pivotal when it comes to children. But, this is Xbox Frontline News. If it's your first time finding this channel and you love Xbox, well, you found your new best friend, me, the King. Now, I drop videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and today's Fight Night Friday. So on our sister channel, we already fought. We fight from 6:30 to 8 o'clock every Friday, and we put in that work. But if you guys have seen, I'm putting the finishing touches on the last of the packages that are going out. I have one more package that is here that has to get the movie, because it's dinner and a movie, and I can't wait to see each and every last one of you guys get it, because every package is different. It's not the same. All right. So, and I don't even know who's getting what. That's the crazy thing, because they're sealed. I don't, fill it out for one person and decide nothing. Everything is magical for everybody. So in the spirit of giving, I'm going to thank Sony for making sure that they gave, for Helldivers. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Microsoft being prepared for the next generation. We could talk about that all consoles is at a loss right now, with 70% on Xbox, 40% on PlayStation, and 10% on Switch. But you're not here for the doom and gloom. You're here for the wonderful games that we definitely see, have, and will have a great time playing. So let's get into these topics, because topics rule the world. Let's get into them. Now, I remember when people were clowning Xbox and Microsoft for talking about the cloud. And I remember the butt of the jokes was Crackdown 3. How Crackdown 3 never lived up to the expectations of what the cloud was supposed to be. And that became a running joke. Not knowing that that tech demo that was up really had absolutely nothing to do with Crackdown 3. And they had, it was a mock-up of the new technology that they had. And they was talking about theoretically the power of the cloud, using it, and that got taken out of context. But right now, xCloud is out of beta. Now, for a lot of people, y'all might have thought that xCloud has been out of beta, but now it's out of beta as of today, and is available through Xbox Game Pass Essential, Premium, and Ultimate subscriptions. meaning it's easier than ever to go and check out cloud streaming. Overall, cloud gaming hours is up 45% over this time last year, meaning a ton of people have got a chance to partake in it. And mainly the uptake that you've seen with those numbers is in Argentina and Brazil. But what is cloud gaming? Cloud gaming is having the benefit with most Game Pass plans that allows you to play games anywhere you have a compatible internet connected device, such as a PC, TV, or even your phone. Xbox Cloud Gaming lets you stream your games like you stream your shows or movies. It's kind of like that through apps and browsers on devices that you already have. So a lot of times you don't have to go out and buy a device. You can already use the devices that you have. And it's playable with a variety of game controllers and other input methods, right? So what you need, right? You need Xbox Game Pass. All right, so you're able to do that, and you get a ton of benefits when it comes with like benefits from popular titles like League of Legends and Call of Duty Warzone, store rewards. And with each plan, you get additional, streaming and cloud. You get to download Game Pass titles directly to your preferred console and PC, for offline play. Now, Xbox Game Pass Essentials offered unlimited cloud gaming for as low as $10 a month with more than 50 games. Xbox Game Pass Premium includes everything from Essentials as well as access to over 200 plus games across console, PC, and supported devices for $14 or $15 a month. For the best overall experience, and why wouldn't you, if you're Xbox Game Pass, subscriber, have Game Pass Ultimate? It delivers unlimited cloud gaming, 400 plus games across PC and more devices, day one titles, online console multiplayer, plus added benefits like EA Play, Fortnite Crew, and Ubisoft Plus Classics, as well as in-game benefits across Riot titles and rewards with Xbox, and no extra cost. Right, so the supported platforms that you may be asking, where can I get this benefit from? The supporting platforms is Xbox consoles. That includes Xbox One. So Xbox One console and later, that will include the series consoles. That's the way you're able to stream games. Now, I know you're going to say, why would I want to stream games? So sometimes a lot of these titles aren't available on your Xbox One. And that's one way for you to access it, leveraging the power of your Xbox One. Windows PCs is another way. Mac computers, Windows handhelds. That's including the Xbox ROG Ally X and Xbox ROG Ally, Logitech G Cloud, and the Razer's Edge, right? And then you have the Steam Deck that you're able to use, Android phones and tablets, Apple phones and tablets, smart TVs and streaming devices, including those from LG, Samsung, and Amazon Fire, MetaQuest VR, that including the MetaQuest 2, MetaQuest Pro, MetaQuest 3, and MetaQuest 3S. And soon, you'll be able to access cloud gaming in your cars. Now, you do need an internet connection. Whatever device you choose to play on, is recommended that you have an internet connection speed of at least 20 megabits per second to ensure stable connection while cloud gaming. If you don't know what your connection is, you can always use any number of free online speed tests, such as, speed tests or fast.com or measurements lab. Where it's possible, you can check it out, right? And whenever you play over a wired or Ethernet connection, that's even doper, right? But it's also possible to play over 5G, Wi-Fi, or 5G capable devices. If your wireless router is a dual band broadcast with both 5G and 2.45 hertz and 2.4 hertz, then you may be able to make sure that your device is properly set up to only connect to the 5 gigahertz, network. Now, most games require a gamepad to be connected to your device, either wire or wirelessly, and you nearly have any kind of contemporary game controller. Xbox Cloud Gaming probably supports it, So don't worry about it not being supported. Majority of the time, all the devices that you can connect wirelessly, it will be supported, allowing you to use whatever hardware you already have on hand. This includes Microsoft's own official Xbox controllers and those made by direct partners, as well as a wide range of verified controllers from third-party manufacturers as 8-Bit, Dual, and GameSir, Backbone, or even Sony's DualSense. A full list of supported controllers you can find on the Xbox website. Mouse and keyboard touch for those devices that's supported. And if you really want to take your gaming to the next level, you can go to Design Labs and get a controller from them. I got personal controllers from Design Labs. They're pretty dope. Now, the supported regions, you have a growing list, and right now, currently, there's 29 countries all over the world, including India, which most recently just joined up. What you can play AAA blockbuster titles, third-party titles, EA Plus, Ubisoft Plus Classics. You can stream your own games. And how to get started. The main division between ways of playing Xbox Cloud Gaming is whether you connect through an app or through a web browser. While the means may be slightly different, the results are absolutely the same. Xbox consoles, Windows PCs, Windows handheld, smart TVs, yada yada yada. MetaQuest, right? You can use a browser with Android, Apple, or Steam Deck. You are able to use the cloud, and now that it's out of beta, cloud gaming is actually on the rise, especially with the rising cost of a lot of these peripherals, boy. It's really crazy. Well, I want to say congratulations on a lot of you guys getting your Xbox ROG or your Xbox ROG Ally X for this holiday season. No matter what you celebrate, congratulations on you on getting probably one of the best handhelds made. And if you're an Xbox fan, there's going to, I want you to take some time out to familiarize yourself with the device. Now, coming in 2026, you're going to have a major update for the device. Now, right now, the device is running off of pure power, right? Pure brute force. And it has been a lot of updates to the device since its initial release. Now, navigating your Xbox ROG Ally is going to be a little bit tricky in the first, but you master your menus and you get in there and you look around for different things. And for instance, you reach the all important game bar settings menu. You can press the X button and hit the right bumper, or simply swipe to the left of the edge of the screen towards the center, swapping between apps. A long press on the Xbox button or the swipe up from the button access to the task switcher, and this allows you to get inside and tweak and twerk your device. Get familiar with the command center. You do have your personal sidekick in the device. Now, it's in beta right now, and it's Copilot, but that will help you if you get stuck in a game or something like that and you want to ask questions, navigating through it. So you have your fun with your friend, gaming Copilot. And you get a chance to play what you want. Browse your library. See what you have. Access your games from leading PC storefronts like, Epic, Steam. Everything is there. Listen, I stopped using my Steam Deck based upon how much I'm able to access and use with this device. And, personalize your setup. I have Bleach as my opener. So you can do a whole bunch of different things, man. But, just check it out. Tell me how you customized yours. What did you do? What was your first game that you loaded in? What is your experience like? My first game that I put in, what was my first game? I know it was a side scroller. What was my first game? Oh, no. My first game was Black Myth Wukong. Yep. That was my first game. Now, everybody's been asking for a long time, when's the next big thing with Starfield? When the next big thing from Starfield? Well, you won't have to wait too long. I believe next year, Bethesda is like 35 years old, I think, something like that, which is wild crazy. It's 25 years or something. So they're a wild number. And next year, we're going to get a huge rollout for a lot of different stuff coming from Bethesda, from Activision, from Xbox. 2026 is going to be a dominating year from Microsoft. But one of the games that, was supposed to redefine a generation, was supposed to define the generation, was supposed to become like a game of the generation, Starfield has like gone under the radar since its last DLC. Well, behind closed doors, people seen the new DLC of Starfield, and people are calling it Starfield 2.0. And they're talking like it's going to have a cyberpunk resurgence, a cyberpunk 2077 resurgence. And what I can tell you is, I didn't think that it was in as bad shape as Cyberpunk when Cyberpunk launched. I thought Starfield was functional. I think people fed into the hype of what a Bethesda game is, and it's calling it Fallout in space, and the level of ambition it's shown. Well, a lot of people said that has been to this event said that they saw the PlayStation version and more things should be coming. And I personally cannot wait to see what they've done with Starfield since Shattered Space. But we'll talk about it. Now, I know a lot of you guys was looking for this game on December 6th, but you didn't have to wait too long. It got slightly delayed. Rhythm Doctor has an outstanding reviews, and it just launched as an Xbox console exclusive. Overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam. This game is out and it's play anywhere. So you can actually jump on your Xbox ROG Ally and Xbox ROG Ally X and have fun. And when the title is play anywhere, I mean, you get a free PC version when for buying it on your Xbox One or your Xbox Series consoles. And for those people that love rhythm games, it's only $19.99. Go jump out, go try it. The trailer is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it's catchy. So if you like it, go get it and go have some fun with it. Hopefully I'm able to show it with the trailer. Hopefully the trailer doesn't have to get muted. So if you saw it the first time and the next time you went to see it, I had to mute it. That was because I got copyright strike. So check it.
Everything in this trailer, including text and cuts, is a piece of unbroken gameplay footage. Nothing from start to end has been edited in an external program at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And if you double it, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. When you get to this part, you hit the button. That's it. Like that. Just like that. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm angry, I'm not doing better than.
Take me back to my dreams before the sunset on me. When the clouds went wild, to a thousand bridges.
S plus. Good job.
when Arc 2 first was announced and shown and it had Vin Diesel, we were like, oh, wow, it looked incredible. Well, come to find out, Arc 2 isn't coming to Xbox or Game Pass until 2028. That'd be 8 years after it was first revealed. Now, I can tell you this. Ark Survival Ascendant is showing up. That roadmap that they have for 2026 and 2027 is incredible. Now, I don't know if they still use Vin Diesel, but all those questions and more will be answered later on when the game is released. What I can tell you is, if you're an Ark fan, remember when they did the update? Well, you're going to absolutely love this, bro. Watch. Well, if Arrow 2 has missed your radar, it was probably one of the most critically acclaimed rhythm games of 2024, right? So now the game has received a Black Razor edition. So I know you're going to say, what the hell is a Black Razor edition, King? Right? So what a Black Razor edition is they got a bunch of new tracks, custom levels, and environments. And listen, they said that this thing is arguably better in almost every way, adding improved combat, co-op, PvP support, and of course, another totally banging soundtracks. Last year, if you remember, that this thing got a 9 out of 10 on reviews. Listen, if you're into rhythm games, and I know for a fact I can't let you hear this soundtrack because this soundtrack is made by licensed bands. Visually, it's top tier. Audibly, it's incredible. Look at what you're seeing on the screen and imagine a banging rock soundtrack. Up tempo. Lyrics is dope. Trust and believe is dope. I thought y'all said Xbox wasn't relevant. I thought y'all said Xbox wasn't it. I thought y'all said Xbox didn't make any sense. Well, at the Xbox Bowl with Arkansas State versus Missouri State, well, Arkansas State won 34-28. And riding out on the field was Master Chief delivering the trophy to Arkansas State. But more so than that, that trophy had an Xbox ROG Ally X on the front of it, a playable trophy. Bro, you don't know who you're messing with when you can get Master Chief to ride out on a Warthog and deliver a trophy that has an active game system that's playable. Marketing is off the chain. Helldivers 2 Festival of the Reckoning starts December 18th. Now, that was yesterday. I want to know what Festival of the Reckoning is, so I'm going to jump inside Helldivers and I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have me some fun. Now, you PlayStation dudes, I know you already know what Festival of the Reckoning is, and I'm not going to confuse the idea of thinking that we are just special and it's just the Festival of the Reckoning started now since Xbox guys have gotten there. So, what I will say is I'm going to join my Steam brethren, knowing that they make up the majority of the people that are playing Helldivers 2. But what I will say is thank you, Sony, for giving us Festival of the Reckoning on Helldivers 2 that I get the chance to play on my Xbox. Shout out to allowing me to play where I choose to play. Now, I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for showing up here and having fun. I take care in getting the topics that I'm going to put forth. I try to make sure that everything is thoughtful in the delivery. But we see a growing trend. where I broke it down to a colleague of mine the other day about how video games can't be how they used to be back when we were growing up. Financially, these games come with a tall tale, right? They lie to you and make you believe that when you purchase a console, you can purchase a game and just play your game. Well, a lot of times these games need online connectivity, and through having that, you need to be part of the subscription model to that console. So if you happen to have a PlayStation, odds are you're locked in. If you happen to have an Xbox, odds are you're locked in because you have Xbox Game Pass, you have the console, and you really don't have too much room else to buy another console, another subscription. The few and a lot of us don't have multiple consoles, but some of us do. The few do, and the few that do have multiple consoles have to go to like CD Keys or other places in order to get extensions on their subscription, right? And that's where PlayStation ran into this whole big thing about their being the only ones that can disseminate that, and got the lawsuit. But what I'm saying is, we see consoles down in November, and this is the first time since 1995 that software has been this low in sales, right? But hardware, same time last year, Microsoft is down 70%, and that's no shocker. PlayStation is down 40%. That's a little bit of a surprise, but in a launch year, to have Nintendo down 10%, that's scary. Because that's telling you that we are in the big R word, the recession. People don't want to talk about it. People don't even say it on their channel because they fear that their channel will get blocked by the AI algorithm of YouTube. I'm looking at it as the truth. If game sales are at this low, console sales are looking at the back door. We are seeing manufacturers of SSDs walk away, and Samsung is the leading SSD manufacturer, is walking away from doing so. NVIDIA is walking away from producing 100% of GPUs down to their 60% because they're cutting 40% of that. You're going to see the price of GPUs go up. So PCs themselves is going to go up in price. You see the RAM prices going up. We're looking at a crisis that you've never seen before. And the bigger question is, who's doing it? With AI and cloud being the main components to what's happening to the rise in prices of consoles and SSDs and RAM and GPUs. You see, GPUs saw the rise in price based upon the cryptocurrency mining fiasco, which continues to this day. Because once a price threshold is breached, we won't go back. As consumers, we try to see the best deals that we can get, but corporations aren't walking back something that they made a boatload of bread on. Normally, GPUs would run you $500-$600, running you $3,000 on something that they would have put before for $500-$600 based on you needing it to run AI agents that has no agency to the common man, to the consumer, but a lot of corporations are in desperate need of them because they're in an arms race. Scares the life out of me because we will be the low man on the totem pole, and we are, and we're seeing it, and we're paying the price for corporations chasing this dragon. No console is immune. No gamer is immune from what we're seeing transpiring right now. With possibly Microsoft's last traditional type of console coming next year, with the PlayStation handheld, because if you look at the cloud, not the cloud, the portal, and the usage of cloud streaming, you're seeing PlayStation position themselves to have a device that can actually withstand the rising costs of consoles. With you being locked in to their data centers and their servers, that's the ideal solution for them. Microsoft and Xbox wants you to be locked in on Game Pass and play where you can with their streaming and their servers solution. So with Microsoft, you have a little bit more flexibility, and Xbox to play how you want to play, where you're going to play. But whatever device you do get, know that it's going to cost you a pretty penny. With the PlayStation offering you the Portal as a substitution to the PlayStation console itself as it rises in prices. With Nintendo seeing the butt end of it, we will see consoles continue to rise in prices based upon the selectivity of the other corporations that's manufacturing and delivering the parts to them that they need desperately in order to get you those devices that we want. This is the reason why I say hashtag no PlayStation 6. I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. We're going to run it up on these bumps. This is the reason why I say that, because I foresaw the rise of the AI. I foresaw the demolition of our chosen genre, our medium, our love. I saw the destruction and isolation of us. There's going to be something that's going to try to facilitate gaming to us at a cheaper space. I don't think the big three have a solution in that cause. I don't think they would be the deliverers of salvation when it comes to that. I actually see them being the harbingers of doom when it comes to this, because greed is the reason why we're here. Greed from each and every last corporation to squeeze and extract as much cash as possible from each consumer as many times as they possibly can do it, to get us on the hook and don't let us off, to sell us everything that we own nothing. They're all guilty of it, even down to Nintendo. So I told you AI was a bad idea. I told you AI will be the harbinger of doom. Now we must reap what we sow. Y'all want AI here? A lot of these corporations are being bold-faced and telling you that they're using AI. You see all these jobs being lost based off of AI. I've told you, I've rang that bell. And I know this is the part in the video where a lot of you guys tune out and be like, he's talking that AI crap again. Until it affects you, until it affects your job. And, the very base form of our working establishment is being affected by AI. You see those Waymo cars? Well, yeah. Delivery is the base form of our society. Delivery workers are the backbone of our society. We've built it that way, and for a long time, they have been Teflon when it came to the AI influence. Now, that is at an end. Gaming always meant about the creativity of the gamer, the developer, of the shareholders that were there just to oversee, The shareholders was always in place just to give money to the creative, and those creatives went out and created, and we, the consumers, delved into those worlds. That's over. The shareholders have more influence now than ever, and now more so than ever, we are locked in to what AI whims are. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow on Xbox Frontline News when I go live. But, yo, if you liked anything in this video, what I'm going to tell you is like, follow, and subscribe. We're going to talk more about the moves of Sony, the moves of Xbox, which will have a huge year next year with Bethesda, Activision, and Xbox all turning wonderfully great ages. With all the games that are coming, we will dissect if E-Day is day and date on PlayStation, because we all know that Forza isn't. So what is the roadmap with Xbox? With Starfield talking all of this Starfield talk, I don't know if video games can recover. I don't know. I know in this financial bind that we are in as consumers, the choices that we make now are more meaningful than ever. A lot of times people think exclusive sells consoles. Actually doesn't. See, PlayStation was in line to get a lot of third-party deals, and those third-party titles is what actually sells consoles. What you're offering the populace means more. So I'm going to tell you to do what I always want to do, what I try to do the most, is I'm going to watch Jake Paul get his ass whipped today by AJ. And then I'm going to do what I want you to do, what I always try to do, and I'm going to jump inside that Game Pass. I'm going to go where gamers games and winners win. And I'm going to tell you, try to play the Game Pass. Oh, Bella.
Play it day one with Game Pass.